Hello, my name is Tommi Ilmonen and I'm working at Multitouch.fi with multitouch programming. So in this tutorial I'm going to walk you through a simple application where we just load images on the screen. You can play around with those images. In principle this is very close to the previous tutorial where we had just rectangles, but now we've got a bit more features. For example, if you throw images out of the screen, they don't go out, but they come back. So let's have a look at how this is done. We start off by including a collection of header files. We're including image widget to provide the image support. Then we have the simple SDL application for providing the application base classes and stay inside parent operator, because now we want the images to stay inside the screen, so you can't throw them out, but if you try to throw them out they will just return. And then we will also include a directory class so that we can actually read what are the images in some directory. So if we look into how this is done, we go on, we have an int main, then we initialize the video system here. We create a simple SDL application object for managing the various resources, like we've done in the Hello World example. And then comes the time to pass the command line argument. So we've got custom argument here, which is basically this --dir, which is used to tell the directory where the images should be loaded. So here we check out what's the name of the directory and we keep it in this variable. Once this is done, we will open a directory and check out for JPEG files and PNG files in that directory. Then we check out that there are actually some files there. So if there are none, we give an error report and we return. Once that's done, we start putting out the content on the screen. In this case, we're going to do dynamic layout because basically we don't know how many pictures there are going to be. There might be 10, there might be 2, there might be 100 pictures in the directory. So we'll calculate size for the images based on the screen size. So here we have we get the information about the full physical screen size by calling app.size, and which is returning a two-dimensional vector. And based from that vector we take the minimum value, which is then used to indicate how big the images are going to be. So they are roughly 1/4 of the minimum dimension. Usually it means that they're 1/4 of the height in X and Y direction. And then this image step, it's just when we are laying them out diagonally from the top left corner, this will be the step that we are moving by at each step. So now we are ready to create the image widgets, which is quite simply we'd call new multi-widget : image widget. And then we start loading those images there. We execute our widget arrow load, and then we here give one of the files as an argument. If everything goes fine, we end up here, we resize the image so that it's fitting inside the target dimensions. It's as big as possible within these bounds. So it's maximum width and height are image size. Then we set the location here. So here we again calculate the location starting from the top left corner. And once this is done, we will add an operator into this widget. So operators are small objects that we use to add specific features to widgets. For example, here we want that widget to stay inside its parent. So the point is that you can throw the widget around, but it can't leave the parent. Or rather, you can push it outside of the parent, but it will come back as soon as you release. So this is done with add operator call. And once this is done, you can call app.root add child, which will put this widget onto the scene. So if that failed for some reason, the image loading, we will give an error message, and then we will also delete the image widget that we are having. So basically what we're doing is we are running through this for loop for each of the image files in the directory that was given in the command line. And once that's done, we just run the application. So here we call app.run, and it will keep running until the user decides to quit the application.